Hi everybody, it's Rolex here, and it's quite unusual that I upload anything in this channel for I don't know, like a while. But after I play 3.26, I even play 0.3 for Part of Exile 2. I don't think I have much to say about it, the league or the game, because there's nothing new. I would say, I mean, there's new stuffs, but they're not really like making the game feel a little, different. So you still play the same game. But 3.27, it brought back some of the memory back in the past, since Breach League was released and stuff like that. So I think I had something that I want to make a video about, which is currency farming or just farming in general. So as you can, previously see, if you can, scroll down to my previous videos, a couple years ago, I do enjoy running Searing Exact and Boss Rush and just like doing a low maintenance farm, which is why I make this video in the first place. So I just want to see if Searing Exact is actually good or not in this league. And I think it will be good because, first of all, people feel like, the loot is dropping less, and you can actually see from the ratio from the Chaos Orb to Divine Orb is actually much cheaper compared to previous league or even the league before that. Usually around 2 weeks into the league, you would have around 150 Chaos per Divine, and this league it's not even reaching that yet. Last time I checked anyway, but I'll check it again during this video. But the point is that Searing Exact it's just really good for getting some of the bubblegum currency like Chaos Orb, like Glass Bubble, or even like Enkindling Orb, something like that, right? So you're gonna get a lot of those currency, and also you're gonna get the Eldritch currency, which is gonna be quite expensive compared to last league. Now, is this league gonna make you like a Mage Blood? It's gonna make you a mirror? I don't think so. But this mechanic, this strat that I've been running with. Now, I didn't really do exactly like I did in previous leagues or in previous video, because in those videos I run with fast character, pretty much just like one shot the whole screen or something like that, tornado shot or whatever build that I play, right? But this time I run it with my league start, which is Slam, and I play Slam because I enjoy it, and I don't feel like I need to change that much, in terms of like the speed. But you can definitely speed it up, and you're gonna make more currency than what I made. So I preface that first because we're gonna get into the results, and you will see why I say what I say. So if you can reduce the time by half, because usually I take like 5 minutes to run a map. So if you can only take like 2.5 minutes, your profit's gonna be basically double, right? So like in a period of time. So currency per hour will go up. But as you can see, I've played Slam and it's fine. It worked fine, right? So what is this strategy, and what is different between the league? So in 3.26, we definitely gonna get the Settler. So Settler, it's just gonna be one of the stable points that you're gonna put on if you were to run this strategy at all. Just like in previous league, that I just run with just boss rushing with Searing Exact, right? So now I don't really boss rush. I still do mechanics in the map. For example, I put Syndicate in because Syndicate has generate quite a lot of currency, and you will see in the result that it's probably over 60% of the currency that I get will be coming from like Syndicate. So these things are insane. So if you know how to farm them, or even if you don't know how to farm them, it's still going to produce a lot of currency. It's going to be one of the main profit that you're going to get from this strategy. Now you can remove them if you want to run a faster map. You're going to have a sub 1 minute clear per map. Like if you remove Syndicate and you don't do Breach, for example. If you don't do Breach and you don't do Syndicate, this strategy will basically be like running into a map and you just full clear the map within like less than a minute. And if you want to do that, then it's fine, right? But I want to engage with the league mechanic itself, which is breach, and also syndicate generate quite a lot of currency, and it doesn't take that long to do. And also I have ritual for extra monster and shrine. This is just staple. You always gonna run shrine when you're trying to rush a map, because shrine give you power and it's also giving you a lot of monsters in the map. But other than that, it's just like map drop where I can get, so I can sustain my map, because usually these kind of strategy is going to be bad in generating quite a lot of like maps, because you only kill like bad monsters. You don't really kill like good quantity monster. You don't do like legion, or you don't do like juicing map, right? So it's not going to drop a lot of maps, so you do need some map sustain. Now I think one wheel would be enough, but I just put it in 2 wheels, so why not, right? You can also drop them and go for delirium instead. It's going to generate more currency, it's going to generate more gold, but I think it's going to take way longer to run, because delirium it's actually like taking quite a long time to finish the map. And also you have to wait for the loot to drop at the end as well. So like you know, you can figure it out, like if you want to add it or not. But the stable one would be shrine and settler, which is just or deposit, right? So they are insane. They're like, whenever I proc any of these, right, like bismuth, you basically double the gold that you will get in the map. So it's insane for gold farming. So this strategy doesn't really like generate a lot of gold, and you'll see in the result as well that it's just not very good in gold farming. But whenever you have a bismuth in the map, and also if you have a high fortress in encounter, you're gonna have a lot of gold in that map. So that map basically just cover all the next map that you will have less gold. That's pretty much why, you know, like settler is just so good here. You always do that, and you always click this node, because this node is insane. It's gonna be one of the jackpot drop that you can get in the map. 6% chance you're gonna get a lot of them. I didn't really track them like how much they spawn, but they just spawn like common enough that I say like 6% is worth it. Okay, so let's go into my Atlas setup. So I'm running with the Jungle Valley. So I do have a scry. You don't need this because I don't really get anything from them. Like I don't think I drop anything except for like a Dapper Prodigy. I think I got a lot of like Dapper Prodigy, but none of the good card, right? So like Leather Bell, you know, like the gamble shit, right? I didn't get any of them. And also I have Excavation. I haven't run them because I ran 100 Jungle Valley. So I had to say this first. But I do run these 100 maps. But I didn't skip memory. So keep that in mind, that the memories, it's going to be in the result as well. So I'm going to put it into the cheat. So you can look it up, like how much memory maps, you know, like impact the amount of gold that I got and the amount of currency that dropped from those maps. I didn't really like separate them. So I don't know if they're going to drop more currency or not, but they should, because memory maps are insane. You're going to get a lot of like rarity, quantity, pack size, and a lot of currency drop in those maps. But they're not like insanely more. They like more, if you know what I mean. So let's go into this role. So I have a 2 dumb tap that I put it in, right? So here is what it looks like, because I also put a map in there as well. And also these these tabs, they are affiliated for definition card, map, fragment, and unique item. So none of the other thing is going to be put in here, like except for gem. Like there's one gem that I will put in here. I think it's a kinetic blast of clustering. Yeah, because this one I did get it from a reward from Syndicate. So anything from Syndicate, I will put it in here if I get anything good, right? So Paradoxia, for example, like when you run 100 maps, you're gonna see some of them I only see one, which is kind of like unlucky, I would say. So usually I probably get like 2 or 3 Paradoxica, but you know, this time it's not really, it's not happening, so which is fine. And then you're also running a lot of like breach and stuff. So I didn't skip any breach, but I didn't really count anything that I craft from the breach mechanic to be in here. So it just like loot from breach, nothing from the crab. So it's gonna be in here. And there's some like, you know, good rares and stuff that I don't know how to price it yet. So I'm not gonna price it, but I'm gonna go, you know, price it, or you know, like sort it out before, and then come back, you know, after I sort it out. So this is the raw currency that I got. So I got 2 divine orbs. This is raw drop in 100 maps, so that's pretty bad. That's really bad. I'm not gonna lie. In 100 maps, and you got 2 divines in this strategy. Now I don't have rarity. I don't stack quantity. You know, my map is only like 20%. You know, quantity, 20% pack size with like, I don't know, like bad quantity as well. I mean, it's 20 quality maps, but still, it's still lower than what I expected for the raw divine orb. Like it would drop like 1 in every 30 maps, and I ran more than 120. You know, combined with the memory maps. So in total, I ran 122 maps, or 123, 122. And I only got 2 divines, which is really bad. Like that's just like average of like 1 in 60, which is not good. I got 582 Chaos Orb. So I don't know how much is this like getting removed, because I used the map device before, and I forgot to put a Chaos in before that, because I use currency from this tab to keep this one, you know, like kind of pure, right? So I didn't really touch anything in here, but I don't know how much is that, like, you know, I forgot about it. So it's like some human errors and stuff like that. So this is probably around like 580 to 600 Chaos Orb, and then 4 Exalted Orb, and then 12 Veil Orb, which is kind of nice. You know, like you get about 10%, because I run 120 maps. You get about like 10% of the number of map you run if you you know, keep doing the safe house always. So I'll deal with the bandit. Okay, and now we're back. So the way I track goal as well is that whenever I run a map, I will put number of goal into the spreadsheet whenever I finish the map, and then I will come to Johan, and then I will put all the goal in there, and then it will start with 0. So you can track with this one, right? You can track with this, but the problem is that it doesn't have a reset button, so you can't reset them. And this is just like almost the whole league, because I put this down here, you know, like after I reach like level 100, I just saw it like, oh, I do have this. So that's the way I track goals. So I just like run a map, clean out a goal, and run another map and clean out, and then just keep repeating, right? So this is the raw currency that I got. I do pick up some transmute, you know, when it dropped like a full stack, like 40 or something. I got 3 puzzle block, not very good, but you know, it dropped some of them. And so that's pretty much it in the game. And then we could go over to the spreadsheet part, which is this one. And also, Wealthy Exile. This is like, I did it 11 hours ago, so I'm gonna click it again. Maybe the price changed, some item loses some values, like as you can see here, right? So it loses some value, so it's whatever, right? So still, like, I drop a pretty big drop, like jackpot here, you know, calendar trudge. They're not supposed to be dropping, but I did drop them, so I'm not gonna include it in a final result. But if you want to just use this value, so let's say, you know, 128, that is, how do I do that? I don't know, like 128. Let's see, 128. All right, so 128 divines. Let's say it's 128 divine. What's about the price of chaos to divine? 119. That's pretty bad. So whenever I bought it, it's 128. That's pretty bad. Actually, I'm gonna put like 120, 119 here for the divine, the ISO stuff. So this is when I bought it, which is 128. But they are pretty bad. So now that I need to sell it, it's worse. The value it's definitely worse. So right, so the value, the total value is it's worse than whenever I do the thing, right? So it's 150 15,000. Now you just want to look at this and then you call it like, okay, that's enough, right? That's fine. You can just use this value and you like, okay, you know, like you get about 100, wait, 119 here. And then I made 128 here. So if you want to use this value, you can use it. Wait, no, 28, yeah. So you want to use this value, you know, 12 divines per hours and stuff like that. That's totally fair. You know, you can just use that. But I'm going to go clean out my stats and I'm going to separate something that I will not sell. Okay, we are back to the result after I clean up everything, sell everything that I would sell and I potentially would sell. So I listed some of these items here. This one would probably be sell, so I'm just going to add this one into the results at the end as well. So if you don't want like some lucky jackpot loot, then you know, you can remove it and, you know, calculate it by yourself. So I'm going to share my doc, so you can just remove any result that you don't want there. So that you know, like kind of like school with the data that you feel like it's fair. So you can just remove them and the number will go down depending on you know, how you go about it. Some of these things might not be sell, like this one, I don't know, like I just put it up for 6 of mine, probably not gonna sell. This one +1 max power charge and increased shock effect, which is pretty nice. I don't know if they will sell. If they don't, then, you know, whatever. But I'm going to add it into the doc as well, so you can remove them if you don't feel like that's fair. So these things are coming from Syndicate, most of them. A lot of them, yeah, this one from Syndicate for sure. This one also from Syndicate. It's like 4C, whatever, right? So this one's also from Syndicate. This is from Syndicate. I think most of these, except for this one, from Seer. This one is probably from Seer as well. Like, I don't know. And then the rest is probably worth nothing. They probably not even sold, so whatever. But that's pretty much it for the stuff that I'm still selling. So the rest, I sell everything and then I keep here. This one, I feel pretty confident with the Wealthy Exile price, so I'm just going to keep it there because I'm not going to sell them. I might run them in the future, especially these one. This one I will run for sure. This one, I don't know. This one, I will probably run as well. So this one, this is jackpot drop. You're probably not going to be seeing this, so I will add it into the result. You can remove it. That's totally fair. This one, it's also not going to be added because I'm not going to sell them. This one is just for my new character. I happen to just see them there. So this is after I convert everything, like everything that I could into Chaos and Divine Orb, and the results here is much more condensed, I would say. So okay, now so we go into the cheat. Here is the result. So if you remove Calendar's Touch, Fractured Arrow Quiver, and Kitava +1 power charge, so you're going to have around 5.8 divines per hour. Now this is a pretty slow character, so if you are faster, for example, and also I added some human error here, so like 20 minutes slow add on top of this, right? So if you're a little bit faster, you will gain more currency per hour. Now you will always beat this investment. Like the investment, you're always going to beat it. The question is that, you know, how much, right? For how much? So if you don't get any of the jackpot drop that I got here, for example, you're gonna end up like 5-6 divine per hour. Like this is a pretty realistic value because I removed a lot of things. Most of scarabs I didn't sell because I just can't be bothered. Even with currency exchange, it doesn't help. Like there's still too much that doesn't worth anything. They're probably worth like 1 to 2 chaos each, and if I can bulk sell them, they're probably gonna be like another like 200 chaos. I don't know. I just can't be bothered. But that's pretty much about it. So I'm just gonna add everything here in there. So as you can see, if you get like the lucky drop as well within 120 maps, it's pretty much 122. I think, I don't know, like 122 maps or something here. So this is the end, the end of the map. So these are number of minute, by the way. It's just in the black color, so it doesn't show. But you can just show it, right? You know, you can copy this the cheat, and you know you can play with it, you know, whatever. So the setup here. So I forgot about to talk about the setup. So basically, I just ran with domination scarab, 3 of them, and horde for 1, and for influencing, and calligraphy scarab of escalation. Now, after I ran it, finished it, you get 175 maps in sustain. It's like way more than you would ever need. So I don't think this is needed. You can drop this for sure and run with something else, right? So this one, it's pretty cheap as well. But you know, if you run 100 of them, they're gonna stack up. So it's gonna cost you some currency. I ran with 4 cells, always, right? 20% quality, always. And I'll in chaos roll for a map. I spend about less than 4 chaos per map, by the way, but you know, let's say I roll it for 4 chaos per map. And then obviously divination map crop for the map device. So this is gonna be 4 chaos per map. So this is gonna add up. So you're spending about 13 divines just for the map alone. And then if you don't skip memory, you're obviously gonna crop memory, and you obviously will run with some other tree, but I just don't care. I just run with the same tree, which is not very good. I just put the domination scarab of evolution instead of calligraphy scarab of escalation. Now the price is similar enough, so you can see here. So they will cost in total like another 3 divines on top of that, and the gold doesn't do very well. So you don't want to use this strat to farm gold. If you are in tight time to get gold, just run with anything else. It's probably going to be better. Like Harbinger, even like Harbinger will be better. Per map, like gold per map will be better. But gold per hour, I don't know. Maybe Harbinger will be worse because you're actually spending more time killing Harbinger. But other than that, this strat pretty chill. You know, you can go faster, you can go slower, you can change the atlas tree here and there. You know, switch out like syndicate if you don't want to, but syndicate is the bulk of currency. Like, so if you remove syndicate, for example, I did sell a lot of stuff from syndicate as well. So I haven't sold this, so another 10 divine. So if I sold that, it's going to be another 10 divine added into this pile. So in the end, it would be like about 13 divines per hour if I sold everything. But I haven't, so I'm just not going to count it in. The things that I'm not selling, for example, these, and these, I have not sold it yet. And I will probably not selling Kalendar's Touch because I'm probably going to be using them on my next character or something. So in total, it's probably going to be around like 5 divine to 6 divine for me. But for you, if you sell everything, if you can sell everything, all right, if you can sell everything, it's going to be about 13 divine. But that's pretty much it. If you get lucky, you get more currency. That's just how the game works. Too bad. Now we're talking about drops and stuff. Do I feel the nerf with this strat? No, I definitely don't, because this is a tier 16 strat, and tier 16 strat, it's never been nerfed, and it's still good. But it will never be as good as T16.5 or T17. Now, if you want to run those strat, then feel free to like explore. But I just don't like them. I don't like them. I just don't like them, and I will not run them unless I'm in solo self file when I need something from them. But if I'm not in solo self file, I'm not gonna run them. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the experiment. What is this? What did I sell? Oh, another 12C. So I can add that on top of it. Another 12. Boom. Where is it? Another 12. So 2677. Okay. But that's pretty much it, guys, and hope you guys enjoyed the video, and feel free to farm to show like comments or something. The build I'm running is just slam or chatter, since that's pretty simple build, and I run with otherworldly appendages. It's not good, but whatever. It's just 15% less physical damage taken. This character is pretty good against physical damage, by the way. It's probably not as good against elemental damage as it should be, but I'm too lazy to get like suppression, and it's just whatever. But that's it, guys, and hope you guys enjoyed the league. I did enjoy the league. I'm still enjoying the league, but I had to probably go play Web in Meat because that game is gonna be launching this weekend as well. I don't know if I'm still gonna be playing PoE, by the way, during this weekend. But if I do, then it's gonna be a next character, and I will run this same strat with the new character. But I'm probably gonna test either world with the same setup. So basically everything else is gonna be the same, except I swap these into either world instead. So that's gonna be my plan if I were to play another character or play the league still, and then I'm probably gonna upload another video about that as well. But other than that, I don't have any plan for PoE. This league is pretty fun. It's much more enjoyable than last league, obviously, because I don't really enjoy last league that much. The reason I play last league at all was because I enjoy solo self-found, and that's pretty much it. The reason I play that league for that long is because I enjoy solo. So I do have a character. Yeah, maybe it's time to this one. So stop rolling me back. So this is character that I play, and because the server is so bad that it just keep rolling me back, so I just like so mad and just make this character. The first character is this one. I think I play Impale. It was not very good. It was not really fun, so I just swapped. I just made a new character. It's also because the server is so bad as well. And now this league, this is my first character. It's the Elementalist. It was fun for a while, and I just don't like the playstyle of Elementalist, where you have to constantly like dodging ability, and instead they attack your golem, and you dodge into your golem, and then you die. Whatever. It's just annoying as fuck, and I just don't care how much golem gives you power. It's just never worth it. I just don't feel like it's worth anything. Like, even if golem gives you like, it has to be like giving you like immortality in order to just be worth playing. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the league, and the league's pretty amazing for me. I mean, the fucking wall thing, it's driving me crazy with that 100 map. But overall the league is pretty good. Like crafting and stuff like that, it's pretty good. Bye.